Hi, and welcome to this tutorial. I'm Alex from Prime Dash, and today I'll walk you through the financial ratios report you can find in your decision maker account. The ratios report gives you the main performance indicators for your company, and are divided into 4 sections. Liquidity ratios, profitability ratios, financial leverage ratios, and efficiency ratios. To see your financial ratios report in Prime Dash Decision Maker, in the View section of the platform, go ahead and click on Ratios. Once you get here, you will see that the platform offers you information on 4 types of ratios: liquidity, profitability, financial leverage, and efficiency ratios. You can choose the periods for which you want to see the information. You can either look at individual periods, or you can combine data for multiple periods, using the calendar in the top left corner of your screen. Now let's look at each of the ratio categories individually in the Overview section. Liquidity ratios are used to determine a company's ability to pay debt obligations and its margin of safety. This is calculated by following metrics such as the current ratio and working capital. For each of the 4 categories of ratios, the platform shows you the metrics taken into consideration, and provides definitions for each one. For example, in liquidity ratios, the working capital is explained as the amount of capital available for day-to-day financial operations. Next, let's look at the profitability ratios. They are used to evaluate how well a company utilizes its assets to produce profit. A higher ratio means the business is performing well by generating revenues, profits, and cash flow. As you can see, the metrics taken into consideration here are your net profit margin, return on assets, operating income margin, return on equity, and gross profit margin. The leverage ratios look at how much capital comes in the form of debt, or assess the ability of a company to meet its financial obligations. Several leverage ratios are taken into consideration here, such as debts to assets, capitalization, debt to equity, and debt to working capital. Let's move on to the efficiency ratios now. These ratios measure how efficiently a company uses its assets to generate revenues and its ability to manage those assets. Efficiency ratios include the cash turnover ratio, fixed asset turnover ratio, and revenues to working capital. While the initial ratios overview will show you a totalization of all the periods selected, the ratios report underneath will show you a detailed report for each period uploaded into the system. In the charts section, you will have a dynamic view of your ratios, where you can observe the evolution of your financial ratios by changing the periods you want to see using the calendar at the top left of your screen. That was the summary of your financial ratios report in your Decision Maker account, where you can find the main performance indicators for your company. Thank you for watching this video. Start your journey to financial success with the Decision Maker.